All right, SimpleShot fans, we've been teasing you for quite some time about this Slingbow that we've got coming out in the hammer slingshot. Well, it's almost here, and we appreciate your patience. This is not one that we're going to rush to market. It's a really complicated design, but it's going to be well worth the wait. But we do have some rapid 3D printed prototypes. So these were shot out of a machine from space. So this is very close to what the final unit will look like. Obviously, it won't be a matte finish like this. Well, it will be a matte finish. It'll be in colors, though. It won't be neutral. But let me just show you some of the details of this slingshot and how it works. So right now, I've got this set up in slingshot mode. So it's got two forks. We've got a fork that's dedicated just to round ball projectiles, and it can be shot over the top, as we've got seen here, as well as through the forks. We do have the aiming dimps into through the forks position. We've also redesigned the Ocularis plug, and the Ocularis plug is kind of the heart of this system. Works really well. So it works just like the older Ocularis plug, but we've also got it set up to accommodate looped tubes as well as single strand tubes. And this is really important in the Slingbow feature. So right here we see this. This is set up as a hammer grip slingshot without the wrist brace at this point. We've got an accessory rail on the base of it. One cool thing we've done with our accessory rail here is that we've made it, we've canted it. So it's canted slightly up. So at 10 to 20 meters, when you lock in on your target, the light is pointed right at it. You can also put any other accessory that accommodates a Weaver or Picatinny rail will fit on here. And we'll show you more of that with this Slingbow fishing attachment. One thing that's really unique about this is the way the heads exchange. So the final unit, like I say, this is a rapid prototype. It's been all printed in nylon. This locking mechanism, it's like a liner lock on a knife. Right here we're showing it printed in plastic. It's actually going to be metal, it's stainless steel in the final unit. But what you do to change the head out is you push it to the side and then lift the forks out. It's that easy. So now we can go from slingshot mode to Slingbow mode with a click. And one cool thing, the metal version, it's got a hollow space behind it. So if you don't hear an audible snap, you're not fully engaged. Once you hear that audible snap, you are locked in. We've got a really unique saddle dove joint here. Locks everything in really well. So rock solid attachment there, quick change. So what we see here, we got the Slingbow head. And I've got this one set up with flat bands right now. We're really preferring the flat bands. We're seeing a lot more performance out of the flat bands than we are with the tubular rubber. This one's set up into through the forks configuration. I like it best this way. It shoots best this way, as well as it was designed to shoot this way. We've got a removable whisker biscuit. The final version will have a cutout here in the top of this so that you can drop your arrow in. This is one of the earlier iterations, and we found it really cumbersome to try to load the arrows. And especially if you're shooting broadheads, you would not want to be trying to push that through the whisker biscuit, or likewise push backwards through the whisker biscuit. That would only work with vanes, so if you shoot feathers, that would crinkle your feathers up. So the final production version will have a slot there. We've also got some aiming references on here. So one thing that's unique about the Slingbow head is that it can also accommodate round ball. And that's just as simple as taking off the whisker biscuit adapter. It's just two Phillips head screws. Pop these guys off. And on the final unit, this will be a machine screw, so it's got a molded in insert. But the whisker biscuit comes right out. Now you're set up and you can shoot round ball ammo through the forks or over the top. This one's got a slightly higher fork than the dedicated slingshot attachment. We also have a detachable wrist brace, which is really necessary for shooting this in the Slingbow mode. You can certainly shoot this here, but it does require quite a bit of grip strength. So in areas where wrist braces are illegal, you can simply remove it. For countries like Germany, where the attachment system for a wrist brace is a no-no, this entire piece can be cut right off. So you can cut that off, then there's no way for the wrist brace to be attached. So here is our wrist brace. Again, this is the rough prototype. This was bent in-house. We're going to have an adjustable wrist strap. Now, the reason an adjustable wrist strap is important is so you can get the cant that you prefer. Everyone's arm is a little bit different shaped. If you're hunting in the winter and you've got on a lot of clothing, it's not going to fit the same as if you were hunting without anything on your forearm. So it will be an adjustable wrist brace. Our final iteration will be done in Velcro. This one's shown with just a slider clamp. But what we see here is by being able to move this, I can change the cant in your orientation of your hand to the arrow. Now this is important for top accuracy. You want to be able to adjust this to really dial it in so that your alignment is good all the way through the draw cycle. So if you choose to shoot this with the wrist brace, you've got a nice high, very similar feeling to a classic wrist rocket. If you choose to shoot it without the wrist brace, shoot it through the forks configuration, you still have low enough of a fork to keep the torque on your wrist down, while at the same time providing plenty of width through the forks for through the fork shooting. Got a nice wide fork gap, so your aiming points at 10 to 20 meters are pretty well spot on with other slingshots that you may be used to, like the Scout or the Torque. All right, so like I say, we've got this set up here with the flat bands right now. I'm going to show you also how to shoot this with the tubular bands. Finally, bow fishing is getting huge. This accommodates a bow fishing rig. So we've got one here. We just got a Muzzy bow fishing reel. Attaches right onto the accessory rail. Put your bow fishing arrow in, you're good to go. This will accommodate bands up to 50 pounds, which is more than enough and really all that you want to comfortably shoot in this platform. But what you've got here is an all-in-one, it's a modular slingshot system. We're really proud of it. So we're doing our best to have this out the door this year, but like I say, we're not going to rush it. This product's too good to try to rush and take any shortcuts on. So your patience is appreciated. It is worth the wait, I promise you. We're going to do a little shooting. I'm going to show you how it's set up with tubular bands for Slingbow, and we'll keep you updated with our progress. Thanks for taking a look, and thanks for your patience. Not bad.